Over the weekend, I saw a story that was beyond belief. A religious Jewish man with 7 children follows the letter of the law, the Jewish law. Every letter, every law, all 313 commandments. The man follows all the commandments. Super Orthodox religious, obviously a good man. Well, religious Jews believe that on Saturday you're not supposed to light a fire, meaning turn a stove on or anything like that. So he leaves a hot plate on in his kitchen. The hot plate causes a fire, and all 7 children die in a house fire. The wife has to jump out of the window on fire, out of the tenement. And the eldest daughter jumps out of the window, and 7 children die. And I say to yourself, holy God, I mean, does it get any worse than this? How could any man survive such a horror of 7 innocent children being burnt to death because he was following the religious laws? Think about what I just said to you. Think about how crazy this story really is. 7 of his children burned to death in a fire. His illusion was that if he followed all the religious laws to the T, God would protect him and his family and make him prosperous. Why do people follow God's laws? You think that it's out? You think they do it because they just want to worship God? Most people who are very religious think God's going to look over them if they follow the laws. You understand that? I don't think you understand that. It's very self-serving, incidentally. It's the reverse of what worship is supposed to be. Worship is supposed to be done without any regard to gain. But that's impossible to tell a human being. So I'm not criticizing this poor man. I'm empathizing with him, and I'm saying I can't understand how anyone could take that pain, number one. No one should ever experience that, ever. But I'm telling you a story about illusion. His illusion was that if he was religious to the T, and if he followed all 313 or whatever the number is of the Jewish commandments, down to the last shekel, and bending and genuflection in the right way in the synagogue, and the wearing of the tennis sneakers on Rosh Hashanah, on Yom Kippur, and everything perfect, he's going to be protected, and he's going to lead a good, healthy life. And here he has 7 children dead because he didn't want to light a fire on the Sabbath. He left the hot plate on. The hot plate fried, I don't know what, a tablecloth, and it set the apartment on fire. They're dead. Now, I ask myself, 1,000 questions come into my mind. I know the story of Jews who had been religious before Hitler threw the Jews into the ovens in Germany and Poland. And they came out, those who survived, many of them, and threw their religious books in the garbage. They said, how can you believe in a God that would permit this to happen? I can't argue with them. That's your decision.